Sorry to keep you waiting, boys.
Oh, shit. Alright, what's up, bitches? Kat here, and we are back to Deadly Premonition. Now, this episode has been 2 hours in the making because my computer did not... Is it even going to work now? There we go. Well, that's weird. Okay, so it's working, and we're back where we left off. But oh my god, it has taken 2 hours. I changed my display settings and drivers to try to get my Oculus to work, and it didn't work, and I had to try to get it back to the way I had it, and now Deadly Premonition will not work on my computer at all. So I went to my second computer, which is actually another hard drive in the same computer running a completely separate Windows, but it took me half an hour to get it working on this computer, the second computer. And it was the flight stick. It was trying to use my flight stick to control York, and I don't know. And it's been very hard 2 hours that I could have been recording. I don't know. I don't even know. This is horrible. So I finally got the game to work. I don't know if it's going to glitch or if it's going to freeze, but we're going to hope that it's not going to. We're supposed to be following the dog. Okay, I was trying to set my sound. It's still not right. I don't even care right now. If there's echo, I don't care. So we need to follow the Doge. Where is it, Doge? What are we doing, Doge? Come on. Where are we going? You seriously just gonna walk around? Yep, we're obviously going out this door. Come on. Like everything in this game, it's so slow and takes so long. Never seen this place outside of being crappy. Yeah, come on. Do I have blood on my shirt? Or is that just a weird reflection? This must be a weird reflection. Where now, Doge? Ruff, ruff, let's go. Oh, let's take us around the long way. Okay, come on. What? Go! Walking through the crime scene, messing up all the evidence. Dog, come on. Dog! I also had to install XSplit for the first time. I installed Steam for the first time. I just set this second computer up. I barely had anything installed. I haven't had a whole lot of time to get it put together. So I installed Steam. I installed the game. I fucked around with that for about 30 minutes. Then I installed XSplit, got it set up. Hopefully everything's working. Yes, dog, this is the door I couldn't get in. Come on. Yes, 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 yes. This is ridiculous. This takes so long. It's like York couldn't follow the blood trail. Why do we need the dog? Dog, come on. Dog, come on. Yes, in here. Okay, now the other door, right? What? Dog, what? Can't keep this item anymore, just clean up inventory. Stabilizer. Why do I need a stabilizer? This is just for me to do me. I don't even know what a stabilizer is, so I don't want it. Oh, oh, oh! Yeah, I think that is too loud. Boop.
Willie, are you out there?
Did you lose your willy?
Jason, what are you doing in there?
York, is that you? Thank God. I can't get this door open. Can you unlock it from your side?
Jason, stand away from the door.
Why is Kaysen trapped in the basement? No! He got lip prints on his cheek.
Where's Diane?
Dead.
And what are you doing here?
I was going to ask you the same thing.
Well, let's just say I have my reasons, you know, private reasons. I don't really have to tell you, do I?
Actually, you do. Diane just died a moment ago.
What?
York with the tact.
You're not just a key witness now. You're now a suspect.
Dum dum dum.
And you need to tell me exactly what you were doing here.
Well, I just came here to talk with Diane, to have a conversation.
And I suppose that kiss mark on your cheek is from your conversation.
This was just a spur-of-the-moment thing.
Right.
Which is exactly what killed Diane.
Okay. I came here to be with Diane. You happy now?
What a
We've
sudden
been
weird turn
together
of events.
before, a couple times. It's one of the reasons why I like coming to this town, see? This time is no different. I bumped into her in a bar in Seattle. I had some holiday coming up. Well, so I just took it and I drove her back here. I have a wife, you know, but we've been separated for a while. We're going through a divorce right now, and I don't want her lawyer finding out.
What? Processing.
Anyway, how could I kill Diane if I was in a room locked from the outside? 2 hours ago, me and Diane, we were taking it easy, drinking upstairs.
Oh, jeez.
We were, you know, enjoying ourselves. Then Nick had to show up. Well, then Diane had a sudden change of heart. She locked me up in here.
Why? Why couldn't he just hide?
I've just been here, waiting for her to come back, of course, but she didn't. I heard footsteps a couple of times, but they just passed by. Well, then I couldn't wait anymore, so I let Willie here out through the window.
Out through the window?
Then you showed up instead of Diane.
There's a window under there? I'm confused.
Zach, Diane has become the third victim of our killer. And nada from questioning Nick.
No.
Nothing. Got no new leads from questioning Nick.
It's not Nick.
He's taken the
and it's
death
not
of Diane really badly.
The dog dude.
In shock, the works. He claims to have liked talking with her about art. But he also had a problem with her views about men. He says that they argued, but not at a level that would lead to a murder. They were about to head out to the bar again together. But while he was waiting for Diane, someone knocked him out cold. He has no idea who it was either. Of course, Kaysen looks like a prime suspect. But that door was locked from the outside. There was no other way in or out of that room. Which means there is no evidence of his involvement at this time.
At this time.
He did say something else. The footsteps he heard outside the room were not heels, but a man's boots.
But we know it's a dude.
And Nick was wearing boots. But now that Diane's dead, no one can back up Nick's statement. Which is why we have Nick in custody and have to let Kaysen go free. That seemed like the only option, at least for now.
You can. Well, no.
One more thing, Zach.
I guess.
George looked terribly depressed. I guess this case is really getting to him.
I see what they did.
He's feeling responsible
Where
for
was
the deaths
George?
of Becky and Diane. Take his rules and confidence away from him.
George.
I wonder what's left. Well, of course, he'd still have muscle.
He wasn't around during this last murder. I can't remember if he was around during the other two murders. What if it's George? Because he was... Emily and Thomas were in the car with me. That's a weird guess. I'm not sure. It's raining.
Zach, let's get back to the hotel.
I don't want
First
to go to the
Anna,
hotel. That old lady's
then
there.
Becky, now Diane. I'm not looking forward to writing this investigation report.
Agent Morgan. York. Do you have a moment?
It was me.
What is it, George?
There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Do you have any time later?
Sure.
Can't we just do it here?
It's raining.
If possible, I'd like to go to a bar. Of course, we don't really have to.
A bar? Now that sounds like a good idea. Zach, what do you think?
Sure, let's
We can
do
go
it.
drinking with George, or turn him down and head back to the hotel.
No, George seems like he's got a problem. We should go check it out.
George, that scar on your cheek. Where did you get it?
This? Didn't I tell you? Well, it's not from work. I got it when I was a kid.
A childhood injury. Tree climbing? I used to get a few scrapes myself climbing the big tree in our backyard. I used to climb it a lot, and fall out of it a lot.
This wasn't anything like that, though. It was my mother. She did it.
I'm sorry, George.
Don't worry. It's ancient history. The world is flooded with unreasonable violence. The strong overpower the weak, adults over children, men over women, and criminals over their victims.
Okay. So what's the point, George? I want to know. You've piqued my interest.
I have no memories of my father. He left before I knew him. My mother would hit me every time I asked why.
Okay.
And it didn't stop there. If I ate too slow, left my shoes scattered around, TV volume too loud, she found reasons to hit me. Hit me bad.
Got mommy
The worst
issues?
was what she called the tree punishment. She'd whip my back with these thin tree branches like a whip.
Please, Mama. I won't do it again. That hurts, Mama. I'm sorry, please. I'm sorry.
That's not nice.
Tree punishment was definitely the worst, I tell you.
It's called a switch.
Just hearing those words used to make me shiver and want to pass out.
You make the kid go grab his own
That's why I
stick,
didn't
and
want to
it's
show
called
you
a
those
switch.
scars on my back.
And if you get a small one,
Every time after
Mom
the
will go out
tree
there and get a bigger
punishment,
one.
she'd always say the same thing. This is hurting the tree more than it is hurting you. And me, being a naive, dumb kid, I believed her.
How many smokes are you gonna smoke?
went to the woods
York?
to
Jeez,
apologize
you just
to the
lit up
trees.
Like 5 seconds ago. Maybe it went out.
I kept asking myself, why is she hurting me this way?
She's big.
I thought long and hard about it. In the end, I've just figured I'm weaker than her. That's why. It's the law of Mother Nature at work. The strong eat the weak.
But now, you have the power to protect the weak.
That's why he's a
That's
creep
right.
jobber.
Perhaps I should thank my mother for guiding me into this line of work.
Okay, so what's the point? It's nice having story time with George, but like, what is the point of...
York. I've been an arrogant fool, haven't I?
A little bit.
And if it weren't for me, both Becky and Diane would still be alive. I could have saved them.
Definitely
both.
Becky.
You know, it's almost like they died because of me.
You're out of your mind.
Damn it, York!
I invited you to this bar for a drink. But I guess this bar is my confession chamber. And I wanted you to listen. And to tell you, well, you must already hate me for causing all these problems and not following your orders. York, I'm sorry. I'll follow your orders from now on.
Is he holding his hand?
You'll have my
He's
total
so close to holding his
cooperation.
hand right now.
George, you've been as cooperative as you can be. You even invited an FBI guy to a bar for drinks. You've done a good job protecting this town. And the folks here respect you for that. Nobody can blame you for anything.
Thanks. I do feel a little better.
Okay, so now that we had this, like, bro moment, can we play the game? Alright, cool. Play the game. Let's talk to Ladyface. Look like a
Hey, Cal.
man.
Becky is dead. Diane, too.
That
We've got
taco.
Nick in custody as a suspect.
Nick didn't do it.
I know. Carol, you took a locket from Diane, didn't you? A locket with this mark on it.
Okay, I thought I was having graphical bugs. So is he gonna, like, flip it and show it to her, or just...
I'm busy, gotta go.
York's looking a bit rough. Look at that smile. What's that smile about? That was a creepy smile. York has the creepiest faces in this game. Do we have to... Do we have to?
I dream of you like a girl. There is something funny about this song we hid behind the trolleys. They should see us. I am city haze from the night, muddy space. I dream of thee like prisoner. You are conscious of my innocence. Everyone's just written out to know life is but a dream.
Is she done? Is she done? Is she done? Is she done? Can we play? Okay, we can play. Let's see if George has anything else to say. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Sorry to keep you waiting, boys.
Oh shit. I saw a screenshot of this.
Emily is already a goddess of the forest.
Settle down now, York.
Let's forget work for a bit and drink a little, shall we?
Why was her mouth working
is she
so
here?
badly there? Why is she there?
Thought the more the merrier.
Why is she dressed up nice?
Relax
This is turning
and
into
get
a
loose.
romance.
Is this a problem?
No, of course not. Pardon me, Emily, but I'm pooped. I think I'll just call it a night.
George, I just got here and you're walking out on me? I was hoping the three of us could have a drink and let out a little steam.
Steam, she says.
I'm afraid I've already had enough. And I already had a good man-to-man with York. So I'll see you guys.
What is with the music? It's actually really nice. But what is it? How is it doing anything for this situation?
I think George likes you, but he's avoiding you all at the same time.
How astute.
There's a reason?
Nothing worth going into. It's a thing of the past.
Okay. I didn't know this whole episode was going to be a movie.
Okay. He did ask me out when I first came to town. I was still in high school. But I never really considered him my type. And there's the age gap thing, too. I respect him, of course. I wouldn't have taken this job otherwise.
So, did you move to this town alone?
Of course not. I came with my parents.
Tell me about them then.
Sure, why not? My dad dealt in stocks in New York. He was hardly at home when I was a kid, always working. Those pieces of paper were far more important to him than I was. Which is no different now, really. I don't see much of him. My mother? Totally different story. A wonderful person that I still respect. She was always kind and understanding. Not only that, but she would always help me find my way. She could be fierce, too, scolding me if I took a wrong step.
Come on.
We had our battles, sure.
I like character
but-
development, but this
Oh,
isn't
no.
development. It's
She was a
just
wonderful
filler.
mother.
Really? A lot of this
Past
game has been
tense?
filler.
Yeah, she's gone now.
Or attempt to
Cancer,
bring you in
just before
closer
I
to the
graduated
characters.
high school. She gave this to me just before she died. I take it with me wherever I go. It's what I treasure most.
A bundle of wire.
I'm sure she's very proud of you.
Okay. I think I saw another scene, another picture, screenshot at one point of both of them without much clothes on. Now we can already tell it's going that direction, but how are we going to get there is the question. Galaxy of Terror!
I had a good time tonight. Good night,
See you tomorrow.
It's an amazing name for a bar.
York.
Yes.
Please, don't lie to us, okay?
I won't.
Loud.
Don't worry. I won't.
There's that fucking van again! He puts his cigarette out into his lighter. It's really weird. What's with that flash and crack? Now where is my car? Because I parked it here to start the mission. And it put me in a police car because there wasn't enough seats. Lost my car. Guess I'll just take this frickin' police car to the hotel. Do I have to go to the hotel? Another cigarette. Which reminds me, I need to go to the store. Spent hours trying to get this game to play.
Zach, let's go over our
I
progress.
don't want to.
From what Olivia told us, and the sketchbook we found at Becky's house, Nick and Diane became our primary suspects.
Diane's dead.
There were a
Nick is-
couple of reasons for this.
So,
First, Becky gave the missing locket to Diane. Also, Nick has no alibi for when Anna and Becky were killed. We followed Nick to the art gallery, which led us, unfortunately, to our third victim.
yo,
The third victim, Diane, was strung up in the entrance hall of the art gallery.
yo.
Her hands were tied and a knife was sticking out of her chest. However, there was a marked difference from the previous crimes. Do you remember what that was, Zach?
It was right after the crime. I wonder what been multiple bodies. Right after the crime?
That's right. Diane was still alive.
Okay, that made
This suggests that very little time had passed since the crime was
Oh, I
committed,
get it.
which means the criminal was still close by. It was someone near the scene. There are two possible candidates.
Nick
Nick
and
was knocked out
Kenyon.
in the entrance.
And Kenyon.
Zach, who was the other person that
It's
killed?
the fat guy. That guy, Casey.
That's right. Casey. We followed Willie. Good dog, all the way to him.
Good dog.
Cason's statement came out as follows. He and Diane were in a physical relationship. That was why he visited the gallery. The two were in the middle of such a meeting when Nick showed up. Diane lost her cool and shut Cason up in the basement.
But
Now, what did Cason hear when he was locked up?
footsteps. We just went through this. My controller's stuck in my mess.
That's it.
We just
The
went
sound
through
of
this.
boots
Why are we
passing
going to go
by.
through it again?
Nick was wearing boots that day, which means it was likely that Diane met with Nick in her room. Nick said he argued verbally with Diane about her playing around with men, but they eventually decided to go out drinking to make up.
So why'd you
However,
not face
immediately
it?
after that, Nick was attacked by someone in the entrance hall and knocked unconscious. We saw the rest. Zach, do you think that Nick is our serial killer?
No, I don't. Look at his faces. No, I don't.
Me too.
I haven't since the beginning.
Usha sent in a report too. He found a large volume of red seeds in Diane's stomach. This confirms her as a victim of the Raincoat Killer.
Yes, no.
Remaining leads. There's the locket, which is in Carol's possession,
That we need to go get.
the man with the tattooed back, and the upside-down peace sign. There's a lot left to answer.
Yeah, kinda.
I hope the coffee will give us more guidance tomorrow. Zach, what did you think about George pouring his heart out?
It's a bit weird.
I was surprised. It's the end of a monarchy. And he called me York instead of Agent Morgan.
I knew it! I knew it! I knew it!
Emily? What's going on? Do you know what time it is?
I'm sorry. I couldn't sleep, so
You couldn't change?
I was drinking alone.
And now you're drunk and forlorn and you want some booty.
My mother was a very kind woman. She always smiled so brightly, baked cakes and cookies every day. She'd say that I needed the sugar because I spent so much time thinking.
Was there a naked lady on the wall?
My father was always quiet. We never talked much. He was a federal agent, just like me. And he was hardly ever at home. The only words he ever had for me were harsh ones. I had a vivid imagination, and I remember he once said this to me. There are plenty of crazy things in this world. You don't have to go dreaming them up. And it's my job to make sense out of them. One day you'll understand what I'm saying. I found out later that my father was one of the first to ever use criminal profiling to catch bad guys. And so now I'm doing exactly the same job that he did. Like father, like son.
Can I ask you something?
Go ahead, mad
Shoot.
face.
Mind if it's something personal?
Fire
See it
away.
there?
Who's Zach?
Zach is a friend of mine.
Oh, so you do have friends.
Yeah. He's my only friend.
What kind of person is he then?
Imaginary?
I've never seen his face. But he's always with me, and we discuss everything.
When did you become friends?
A long time ago. Back when I was a child.
Man, I didn't know you was a child. Ooh. What's going on? Oh, shit.
I was 7. I woke up one morning to hear my mother crying in the living room. This wasn't normal, so I headed in to see her. My father was there pointing a gun at my mother. I was so scared. I closed my eyes, so I don't remember much more. But I do remember the words my father said to me. At times we must purge things from this world because they should not exist,
The fuck?
even if it means losing someone that you love. When I came back to my senses, they were both dead.
The fuck?
He shot my mother and then killed himself.
I'm so sorry.
Don't worry about it. Zach's with me. It was around that time that we became friends. I'm here. I'm with you, he said.
It's really
I'll be
sad.
here always. We can get through this together. quite aside from that terrible scene in front of me, that voice seemed to make me calmer.
Does he understand that he's got imaginary?
And here we are, working together, getting through things. This is the first time I've ever told anyone about this. I wonder if Zach will get angry.
No.
That's a sad story. But I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but I'm sure there was a reason for what your father did.
I know. I think maybe I became an agent to find out why he did what he did.
Oh yeah, York, I forgot to thank you.
Thank me? For what?
For what?
You saved my life. If you didn't save me at the gallery, I would have died along with Diane.
No need to thank me for that. I'm pretty useless. I couldn't save Becky. I couldn't save Diane.
What did you just say? Useless? I was never expecting to hear you say that. Huh. There might be a modest guy in you after all.
Finally, you noticed? You're a little slow, aren't you?
Maybe hopeless, but not useless.
Okay.
Zach, do you think Emily got home safely? Anyway, I think it's more serious of a situation than I thought. Do you remember our conversation with Emily? She's really interested in you.
Oh my gosh.
I think she's starting to have certain feelings for you.
You.
If that's the case, Zach, you and I are rivals. This is a very serious situation indeed.
York, you're fucking nuts.
Well, if it comes to that, let it be a fair fight. Agreed?
Sorry. Agreed. Sorry I keep yawning and fiddling with my hair. It's in my face, and I just yawn.
Thomas! Let me out of here! Come on, please!
Please, please.
Just for a moment. 1 second. Hate it in here, Thomas. I think I'm going mad.
What is he doing?
I know you're there. Come on, please. Thomas.
XYZ 201.
Thomas.
Oh, now we're back to her singing. How long is this cutscene? I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? That whole part of a chapter was watching scenes. Episode 2, part 2 cleared. So are we on to episode 3? Okay. Oh, it all went white? I was scared. Oh, what is this about? What is this shrubbery? So this, I really don't understand. York had a traumatic experience as a child and developed an imaginary friend that's still with him today. He goes around and solves cases. But what is this weirdness? The demons? Is it just his mind making it? I want to know what the demon sections are. Okay, I'm gonna just go where the shrubbery is every time. Because this is obviously a puzzle. And this is obviously not the way. So let's go straight across this time. And the shrubbery's still on my right. Oh god! Ah! Is that his dad?
Open this door. There is no turning back. You still want to enter?
Sorry, I was checking how much time I had left on the camera. Yes, I'm going alone.
I do. It's better than staying here.
Samir, the graphics
Very
actually look
well.
better now.
Off you go, Mr.
Everything looks clearer. I don't know. Aw, man. Poor little buddy.
Look carefully, boy. At times, we must purge things from this world because they should not exist, even if it means losing someone that you love.
Sweet! Oh, are we back to the grandpa telling the story? Which I'm pretty sure is York. But that's Emily's pendant. This game is so many different stories going at once. It's gotta be. So, I can't even begin. I don't know. That is a thick blanket. Wait, did we just load to have 2 seconds to load again? Oh no, no. I do not want to sit and talk to this old lady again.
Mr. Morgan, do you want a refill?
Go away.
Yes. Thank you.
Is the coffee that good, Mr. Morgan?
Coffee is a vital, investigative tool. I know exactly what to do now.
Oh, come on. Our sale ends soon. What's going on? Sale, sale, sale. Ow. Reservations start Monday. Red tag, yellow tag, 60% off. Okay. What are we doing, York?
It says to hurry. And the first letter of each line is H-A-R-R-Y. Hurry to Harry. Looks like the time that he was talking about has come. Let's go pay the problematic rich boy who owns half of the town a visit. Polly, I think I'm going to go see Harry today.
Oh, really? He's a little strange, but I think he's the most trustworthy one around here. I think you'll have fun with him.
If you say so, Polly, then we probably will.
Of course! Now, give me your cup, and I'll give you some more coffee.
York. Snap out of it. I think I'm gonna let York grow his beard out a little.
I'll see you later, Polly.
He's the one hard of hearing, not her.
Mr. Morgan, what about the coffee? Don't you want a refill?
No.
Your coffee!
Don't want any more coffee. I want to go for the sale. Right. Out, out, out. Out, 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 out. Please let my car be outside. Why is she outside being drunk? And my car isn't outside?
York, I can't find Thomas. Was he here?
No, I haven't seen him. Have you tried the radio?
I've been trying, but he's not answering.
What about Nick?
No problem with him. He's calmed down a little. He's still saying he didn't do it. Nick said that Thomas disappeared sometime during the night. He kept calling for him, but Thomas stopped responding. I'm a bit worried. George has asked for permission to search for Thomas.
I understand that things have been hard for Thomas, but surely he's just resting at home. But I'm not against looking for him. Tell George that he has my blessing.
Okay. As far as I know, Thomas always calls in when he needs a day off.
We're human, and so we are limited. As far as you know, there haven't been any serial killings here before, right?
That's right, but that's not...
Emily, I'm going to see Harry today.
What? Why? We have plenty of other leads to follow, don't we?
He did invite me over, though. It would be bad manners not to accept.
Are you really an FBI agent? I think the FBI would take a more logical approach to investigations.
But Emily, serial killer does not stay within the boundaries of logic.
Come on.
Thus, you can't hope to capture such a killer using only logic. That's why I'm going to see Harry. You go with George and find Thomas.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
Who was Harry again? I can't remember.
Thanks.
I don't remember at all.
I
Was that my car in the
an idiot
background?
for thinking he might be a good pick. I really need to work on my taste in men.
That was a crazy face. Alright, York, let's go get in our car. Because I'm pretty sure that's it. Yay, we found our car. Let's drive this horrible thing. Not forward, you dumb fuck. Oh, it's fixed for me too. Isn't that nice? How did that even happen? I'm a bit tired of this music playing every time I drive it. Come on, car. We don't want to flip over.
Zach, we've ended up with a third victim. That dive I made at the gallery ended up being a wasted attempt to save a life. It's a real mess, Zach.
Dive. When's the last time I made a dive like that? Oh, I remember. Do you? It was in my late teens. We used to go to those concerts. You and I like punk rock, but we like different types of punk. You liked hard and heavy punk, like Crash and Sham 69. I like the more twisted ones, like The Damned, Buzzcocks, Iggy Pop, and Joy Division. We used to talk for hours about the bands we really liked, but for some reason, neither of us listened to the Sex Pistols. I wonder why that was. Seems strange thinking about it now.
Okay. That was a good talk. Good talk. Oh shit, I'm going nuts! Turn! This car is so hard to control. I don't even know where I'm going at this point. I'm just trying to go in the direction of... Where did I get to? Oh, this is the store, isn't it? Oh well. We'll just keep going. Get around it. Oh! Almost hit it. Get out of the grass, you fuck! Woo! Haha! Ass in it. Oh, isn't Harry the wheelchair guy? I don't remember. I know there's a Harry, I just don't remember who it was.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, finally you have arrived.
Yep.
You are welcome to come inside.
It's the wheelchair guy. Can I get back in my car? What? Okay. Wait, this looks familiar. Let's save the game! Okay. You know what? I think I'm gonna leave it here because it's already been 50 minutes, and since this was all video, I'm just gonna leave it here. So, hopefully this all renders and exports and encodes and all the little funny things it does in the background. Hopefully you're watching this. And if you're watching this, that means I didn't have to do it a second time. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later. Got it. Shit! Shit!